Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm really glad you could join me. I'm Greg Parry. And I wonder if you've ever thought whether it's possible to choose to be happy. Can you just imagine what it would be like if you could really just make that choice, choose to be happy? It would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Oh, hang on a minute. It is possible. You know, we humans have known this for practically forever. We've always known that we have this deep-seated power to be able to choose what we think and what we feel. It's one of the defining elements of being a human being. In many ways, you could say that we're hardwired to have this particular experience, to have this array of choice. And I thought it might be interesting today for us just to touch on this subject because we've been heavily conditioned to believe that our happiness, our emotions, are totally dependent on what's happening around us, on events or the people we encounter. Or perhaps we're responding to things from our past, to our memories, producing all kinds of reactions, fear, doubt, anxiety. But there is a moment that we can all aspire to, a simple exercise that we can practice every day. Doesn't require a lot of time or effort, and it's just this moment where you take a deeper breath and you pause, relax, and become aware of how your thoughts and feelings are flowing. In other words, you move your attention away from your stream of consciousness. That's quite an experience because we are so accustomed to being completely absorbed in what we're thinking and feeling. We never consider that it's possible to take a short step out of the stream of consciousness and to see it, maybe for the first time in your life, to see it from a little bit of a distance, to see it from afar. And that changes everything because it is a magical moment of realization where you think, you know something, whoever I am, whatever I am definitely a lot more than just this stream of very familiar thoughts and feelings running through my being. And in that moment of slight detachment, we are no longer being carried along randomly by whatever thoughts and feelings are showing up. You discover the power to choose how you feel. I know, it takes a little bit of practice, it takes a little bit of awareness, but the benefits are incalculable, they are huge. Because in that moment you realize that what you feel is no longer dependent on what's happening around you. It's no longer dependent on the people you encounter. You're no longer completely trapped by your memories of what happened in the past. It's a fresh blank sheet of paper. And within that clear space that you have just created, you can choose how you feel. That's a perfect place for you to say, you know, the option I select is happiness. I'm going to choose right now to feel happy just for the sake of feeling this very strong, powerful, supportive emotion that gives me a sense of deep well-being, that boosts my confidence, that gives me a kind of a faith and a trust in the process in myself, and gives me a sense of empowerment. It boosts my creativity. I just feel more capable because these are all the kind of reactions that are associated with this kind of deep-centered happiness. It's not an accident. I mean, we've known about it forever. And yet we seem to have lost touch with this essential facet of the human condition. So how much would you pay for your happiness? Well, we're willing to spend an absolute fortune to acquire the trappings of success, believing that that will automatically impart happiness. But you and I both know that's rarely the case. If we don't have that basic component locked and loaded within our own hearts as a matter of choice, then happiness will always be a fragile commodity that can be broken or taken away with a slight shift in the circumstances. And I think one of the greatest gifts that we can give to ourselves is this deep, strong foundation, this abiding sense of inner peace, calm, and happiness that empowers us and helps us to become so much more resistant to the trials and tribulations we inevitably face during the course of our lives. It's something I'm going to repeat in the future because we need to be reminded. This life is too precious, it's too short, it's too brief and fleeting for us to waste a single moment with stress and fear and doubt and anxiety that we might be creating ourselves. So I'm offering you a gentle suggestion, an alternative that is bright and powerful and strong, and it's your ability to choose how you want to feel. That leads in turn to how you want to think. This leads in turn to shifts in behavior. It's extraordinarily effective and powerful for your well-being, but it's going to impact the people you encounter during the course of the day, because this kind of happiness is infectious. And it's a force, a positive force for change in the world. It starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with whatever's going on in our hearts, what's going on in our minds. So, with that suggestion to help you to feel stronger, happier, healthier, more empowered, I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know if you've tried it, see whether you can sustain it, whether this can become your new default position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found that useful. I'll be back again tomorrow, but in the meantime, find that happiness within yourself and have a wonderful day.